Growing up wasn't easy, especially growing up alone. I never had a brother or a sister or sibling that was, that was there. So I had a lot of free time by myself, idle time, I would say. My life being alone it was kind of tough. It's kind of good. They had like those pros and cons. I think all single kids would understand that there's pros and cons to being alone. The pros is no one's gonna disturb you. From my side, I had my games. I didn't have to share my games with anyone or anything like that. Even though sometimes I did want to share my games, I always had like the urge to play with my cousins and stuff. But again, my cousins lived at another house, so it was tough for me. I'd say growing up alone was very independent. I was kind of forced to be independent, with myself. I never had like a brother to talk to or a sister to, look up to or help. So I kind of looked at friends and cousins and stuff like that to be my brothers and sisters. So whenever I would show love to people, I would show love even more. I'll do the most, because I always wanted to be kind of like, hey, you're my brother, like, you're my sister. Like, someone say you're my brother to me, I'm like, hey, I feel like amazing feeling. No blame to my parents. Now growing up, being a single child, there's always a lot of good things that come with it. Of course, a lot of cons was I was always by myself. So it was sometimes boring, like just having someone to talk to. Which is kind of why, like, low-key, I understand the whole craving intimacy thing. Maybe, I don't know, there's probably no study towards this or anything, but maybe single kids crave intimacy more because we kind of want that. Again, I couldn't imagine being a single child with a single parent. Like, I'm blessed to have two parents, and I understand that, so I'm very grateful for that. Like, sometimes it's easy being alone. Like, as I say, it's easy being by yourself. Everyone knows that. Like, again, I'm pretty sure some siblings hate being around their siblings or being around their friends. They just want to be alone. But sometimes I always say being by yourself alone is kind of tough, because you talk to yourself a lot, which is, again, kind of weird. Like, I'm so used to talking to myself that when I first heard someone say talking to yourself means you're mentally, I'm like, damn, really? Like, I talk to myself all the time. Maybe I've got ADHD, maybe I've got something. I thought I had like a diagnosis because I talk to myself a lot. But again, it was like good conversations, bad conversations, but I still talk to myself a lot. I can give you guys an example. When I was in high school, so in primary school, everything was all sweet. Then I went up to high school, which is probably secondary school for, a lot of you around the world. I'd made up a lie when I got into year 7, so that would be middle school for Americans, secondary school basically. I made up a lie to my friends that I had a brother and a sister, because everyone had a brother and sister. Then obviously throughout high school, like, I was, telling them, oh yeah, like, I got a brother and sister. And then some people from my primary were like, you got a brother and sister? But they never questioned me on that, because I'm like, yeah, I got a brother and sister, but they graduated like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So that was kind of my insecurity, like, my best friends would kind of ask, oh, like, who's your brother? I'm like, I showed them photos of a guy that I used to look up to him at church, like, like, I always say, I always wanted a brother and I always wanted a sister. And I always wanted the older brother, older sister, like my cousin, he's an older brother for all his little brothers. And I'm like, I wish I had someone that was older than me, or, because I've always been the oldest one out of the cousin group. Sorry, I had to change the scenery because of some weird circumstances. But as I was saying, did I have no brothers, did I have no sisters? But I always looked for companionship with people. So when someone did call me their brother, like, in my heart, it would make me happy, because I'm like, oh, damn, like, I finally got a brother. But then again, obviously, I told my high school friends when I finished, my homeboys, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a brother. Like, I don't have a sister. I only said it because I felt insecure about not having brothers and sisters. But then again, I had one friend that he would own being a single child. Like, it was him. So he kind of showed me that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself. So it kind of makes me think back. I'm like, I'm pretty happy. Even though I don't talk to him now, like, I'm pretty happy that, he was in my life at that certain time. So yeah, as I get older, as I mature, growing alone has showed me a lot about myself. Like, I go through seasons of, like, sometimes I like being alone, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I hate it, sometimes I love it. And sometimes I crave intimacy. Sometimes I just crave having a chat with someone. But, like, for me, like, I've always been that person where someone wants to have a chat, I'll be the first one to put my hand up, yeah, man, let's have a chat. I'll give that person things. So that's kind of like, even when I do work in social work, I do help a lot of people that want to have someone to talk to, so it's a good thing. I say the best thing that works for me is being comfortable and being confident in being alone. Because sometimes you have to be alone. I kind of was just put in a situation where I was forced to be alone because I'm a single child, But I'm happy that I went through that, because it built resilience in me. It built my character, and it made me understand that there's more to life than being around people all the time. So if you're in a season of being alone, keep pushing. I'm telling you, as someone that's been alone for plus years, like, I get it. I understand it. Just push. In your alone season, just grind. If you want to create a business, if you want to do anything that help you progress in life or become successful, being alone is a big thing. But again, make sure you're not alone all the time. have someone to talk to. And if you don't have anyone to talk to, message me, man. Like, message me. I don't need no money from you or anything. Just we'll jump on a call, I'll talk to you, or text on YouTube. I'll make socials as well, but you know, like, hit me up. You know, write in the comments. I even reply to your comments. Like, tell me what you're going through. I'll chop it up with you. Because I always say that's me. But yeah, if you need someone to talk to, if you need anything, just know I'm always here. And I hope you always have someone that's always there for you. And lastly, having Christ is the biggest thing for me, man. You're never alone when you have Jesus. Like, I remember, who was it? Father Bishop Murray. He's here in Sydney. And he says in this one video, and he always stuck with me, like, he says you can lose your mother, you know, the heavenly God, he is your mother. He can nurture for you. You lose your father, he's your heavenly father. He can provide for you. Lose your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your friend. He can be that for you. But once you lose Jesus, can't get him back. So I will pray for everyone. I'll keep pushing for everyone. I love you guys. Keep pushing. Be comfortable in that alone season, because it's not for long. And yeah, I love you guys. Keep watching the videos. And yeah, keep supporting. Maybe one day I can make a community and get everyone to talk with everyone, you know, about life. That's it. They don't have to be a niche. Just be all about life. But yeah, I love you guys. See you guys in a bit.